hello everybody, and welcome to pre-show for Sword Coast Chronicles. The players are slowly gathering in the Roll20 and on the Discord, and as you can hear, our musicians are playing in the tavern in the background, and we will be getting started with our game at the top of the hour. One of the things that I'll be mentioning when we move over to our map, and I'll try to mention it a couple of times during the game tonight, is that Roll20 has enabled some new options, and we're going to test some of those for the stream and have you tell us what you like better or what's easier for you to see as a viewer watching the stream. Probably the biggest enhancement they've done is enable dark mode. So that mainly will affect the way the chat panel looks from a stream perspective, and when we zoom out, the way the edges of the virtual tabletop outside the map, the way that looks. So we will keep you posted on that. I'm going to finish setting up this little monitor situation over here, and way I can keep a track of what's going on here and over here. And players, how was your week? How are y'all doing?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it has been a busy, crazy week.
I've been in class all week, learning how to be a better presenter.
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess that's useful.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Hey, Galabon.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at, there's a heart on Count Thulin. What is that icon for?
A heart on Count Thulin. Oh, believe that is Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Believe that's what we've been using that symbol for. All right, we are coming down towards time. I'm going to go ahead and update this music a little bit, just bring it down a bit so I can talk over it without shouting. All right, hey, welcome everybody to Sword Coast Chronicles. It's Thursday night. I am DM Galabond. The players are gathering in the Discord and on the Roll20. And speaking of Roll20, I'm going to move us over to our map and point out something to you guys. And then I'm going to ask you all in the stream tonight to kind of give some feedback. Roll20 has enabled some new features this week, and probably the most visually apparent difference that they've enabled is that they've turned on this little dark mode thing. So you can put everything in dark mode, or you can put it into regular mode. Now, for the players, that's a matter of personal preference. For me, on the DM computer, that's also a matter of personal preference. But here on the streaming computer, I think it makes sense to do whatever is easiest for you guys on the stream to keep track of. So We're going to start it in dark mode, and those of you who have joined us before and have watched the stream, you can let us know. Just leave a comment in the stream, see whether or not you like this mode. I may wind up, if I think about it during the session at some point, changing it and mentioning it again to ask you all to leave some comments. And then after the break, we may try it a couple of different ways as well. So I just want to put that as a bug in your ear. Now, in terms of the recap from last time, real easy recap, because for the last 2 sessions, they have been fighting Iymrith at her lair. Well, they haven't been fighting her directly. They have been fighting first some minions up on the surface, and now some minions down below underground. When they came into the underground lair, several of the giants and the party members came down here where they found a bunch of purple worms, and they've been dispatching those. And right at the end of the session, this little guy right here, a mummy lord, showed up. And so the mummy lord is going to be part of the battle this round. And then in this other chamber here, which has a large opening to the sky, some of the metallic dragon allies of the party came through that hole, and they found Kuldru, the Destroyer of Hope, who is something of the boy toy, the current boy toy of Iymrith. He, by reputation, he is not an ancient dragon, but a fairly old adult dragon that seems to have a thing for dragon cougars. So he is apparently here as Iymrith's paramour, but he's been fighting, and Iymrith has not come to his defense. So he may be realizing that she may not.
He chose poorly.
Yeah, he may have chosen poorly. So we'll see. But as you can tell, with a bunch of purple wormlings down here, a bunch of purple wormlings on the surface, a mummy lord, and another blue dragon, Iymrith's lair is not exactly undefended. So we're still waiting for some of our players. We know Paul, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make it. Ivy mentioned that she's going to be a little bit late. I'm going to just tap on the shoulders of the other guys and let's see where they are. So, Michael and I'll see about them. I was not aware of any super awful weather in places that has affected people the way weather has in the last few weeks. Goonie, how's everything been going out there in the Great Plains?
Warm.
Warm.
It has been in the high 60s for several days, and to the point where it's just like, I think yesterday it got up to like 76 in our house. And
Oh, wow.
to the point where I was like, I gotta open up the windows. But nah, we're getting ready to look for, or we are starting to look for a house, and got a couple we're gonna look at tomorrow night right after work, and so just dealing with some of that. We're not in a rush, so it's not like we have to find something right now.
Right.
But it's still kind of one of those things that you go out, you look at stuff online, then you go to look at stuff on the before you can even make a decision, the house is gone. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. We had a home inspection yesterday, and our poor old house needs some work, but
Needs
a
some
lot
TLC.
of it, yeah, it's just a matter of how far do we go to where we're kind of like, it's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
Somebody else's problem.
I mean, like, you make your decision about the condition you're going to sell it, and as long as you have all of the inspector's reports and you have those available to the buyer and the buyer's agent and all that kind of stuff, then people know exactly what they're getting into.
Oh yeah. So we figure, a couple of the little things that we can easily do are like, which was kind of surprised me when we were getting all new electrical in the house about 5 years. Wow, that's 6 years ago, due to water damage and everything. You would have thought that they would have put the proper electrical plates in, like the bathrooms near the sink. They're supposed to be the ones that automatically shut off if they get a surge through them.
Right.
They didn't. And it's like, why not? So we've got about 5 or 6 of those outlets between kitchen and bathroom that we need to put those electrical plates on. So that's easy,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's slowly but surely we're getting there. It's just one step at a time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, there's Ken.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Sneaking in. Okay, haven't heard anything from Michael. We know that Ivy's running a little bit late, and Paul is not going to be able to be here. So let me ping Michael again.
How did the what was it? How did the game go last Sunday?
Oh, it was very good. It was the best opening day performance I can remember in a long time.
Cool.
We kind of didn't know what we were going to have this year because our top 3 scorers from last year are all gone.
Okay.
One guy we managed to sell his rights to a team in England and got a boatload of money for him. Another guy signed with a team in the Scottish Premier League. And the third guy, who is kind of one of these legendary players that's sort of towards the end of his career, I think kind of by mutual agreement, he decided, you know what, I really don't want to run around in the Florida heat for another year. And the club was like, your performance in the last 2 years between March and May is great. And then starting about June, it starts to fall off right when we get to the heat. So I think by mutual agreement, they parted ways, which freed up a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So the owners went out and they used all of that money that they got or freed up and brought in a bunch of young players, but we had no idea how they were going to do and how quickly they were going to gel together.
Mm-hmm.
And it took them, the first half, it was a 0-0 draw. So they, everybody was running around and you could see flashes of things, but then very quickly after halftime, we scored.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a few minutes later, we put a second goal in. So it's like, okay, and it's two of our players that are new that contributed to those goals.
Cool.
And two of our players that have been there for a while that scored, but they were always kind of players that were in the shadow of these other guys. So it's like, all right, well, looks like we have ourselves a team here. And went on, and that was the final score, 2-0. So it was like,
awesome.
Very good. Very well done.
Makes it a good, great beginning game. Now let's just hope they can keep it up.
Yeah. Now this weekend they go to Chicago and they play in Chicago. And March games in Chicago, it's always a crapshoot. Sometimes it's, spring has come early, and sometimes, there's 6 inches of snow on the ground that they've had to clear off of the pitch. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, and especially up there when the wind just blows and blows and blows right off of Lake Michigan. You're just like,
Yeah, I remember. I remember we were there in. I was up there. When was it? It was late '90s, I think, for work in April. And so I got a chance to go to Wrigley Field and see a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in early April. So it was one of the first couple of weeks of the season. And man, obviously there was that chilly wind, and it was a nighttime game. So it had been a nice kind of warm day, but as soon as the sun went down and that wind whipped up, it was like, oh, that's a cold wind. So we were drinking lots of hot chocolate that night in the stands. Okay, I kind of need to focus on. We're a little bit delayed in getting started because I kind of need to make sure we're going to have probably at least 4 people logged in to Roll20 and ready to go. Okay, hey, there's Belle. Ivy. Okay, so she is able to join us.
I called Michael. He's not answering.
Okay, all right. Hope he's okay.
Sorry about
evening.
that. I suddenly got a phone call, and I'm like, do I take this? It's my sister.
Good evening, Ivy. How are you doing?
Well, I'm absolutely exhausted again, but I'm here today, so.
Girl, we need to do some vitamin D and some other stuff to keep you going during the daytime.
It's just overall a lot of stress that is just bogging me down.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
But that's okay, because I have 2 job interviews tomorrow that I have to wake up at 7 o'clock for, so.
Oh, okay.
Try and break me down, and I'll just find something better.
There you go. There you go.
Still having problems at that hotel or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
Sucks.
I will put a long story short, but we're already 15 minutes over, so.
We're still
Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, so we have Belle, we have Heather, we have Ken, we have James. All right, I believe at this point we can go ahead and get started, and we'll let Michael filter in when he gets here. May need to run a dragon here or so as we go along, but let me update our music. And we're going to... Did I find the... this thing? No, that's not that. It's going to be this one. Yeah, there we go.
Wow, they finally gave Roll20 a nighttime option, dark mode.
Yeah, they sure did.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Okay, everybody. Now, better late than never, we have our quorum of players here. And viewers, as I mentioned, as we go along, I'm going to try to remember at the top of each round to change from dark mode to traditional mode on the streaming computer, and have you guys let us know what looks better when you're watching on the stream.
Night mode.
it's obviously a personal preference for the players, but for people that aren't playing, we want to make sure it's as easy as possible to see. All right, we are at the top of the round, and yeah, Michael is MIA. We'll let him have his turn if he gets here before the end of the round. But we are going to go ahead.
Before we do that, can someone break down what the screen looks like right now for me? So, like, I see that we as characters are.
Oh, because you missed last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know we're in the tunnels now, like underground.
Yes, you fought and destroyed the vast majority of those gargoyles up above. You destroyed both of the trebuchet, and you destroyed most of the purple wormlings up there. And Tack kind of said, well, there's these stairs leading down. That must lead down to somewhere. So he started going down there, and the giants began making a beeline for those stairs, and they came down as well. For your benefit, Ivy, I'm going to go back to the surface map for a moment and show you here. So the giants and most of the PCs went down here. Falager, who was riding on the metallic dragon, and the other metallic dragons went down through here because these stairs are too narrow for a dragon to get down. So they had to go down that other hole. And when they got underground, they quickly realized, oh, that means we're in two different parts of the underground area. And so when the PCs and the giants got down here, there were more purple worms in this area. This T area is a pen, P-E-N, that has edges. There are tiny, just hatched purple worms in there that are not able to get out. So they're non-combatants. Some of the party members have had ideas about, well, we probably ought to destroy those somehow, but the bigger concern is all the purple wormlings that started to try to eat everybody, until the very end of the session, when over here a swirling cloud of dust moved into the area and then quit moving and resolved into a mummy lord. So that is the next defender of the tomb, or of the lair, that they need to fight. Meanwhile, the dragons are dealing with a what I believe it was Falazur's lore knowledge told him is essentially a boy toy. It's not an ancient blue dragon, but an older male blue dragon that in his lore has a penchant for going after dragon cougars. So he likes older dragon women. And so he has been fighting these dragons, and neither Iymrith nor anybody else has come to his defense so far. So he may have chosen poorly. And Belle, I just put Belle in a corner over here so that she would be out of the way when your turn comes up. And do we have you on?
Nobody puts Kitty in the corner.
Kitty didn't want to get worms, and Kitty needed a nap.
Actually, Belle, since we're at the top of the round, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative? Because I think I neglected to roll initiative for you last week.
That is okay. And oh my god, I rolled a 2. Great. A fantastic game tonight. Thanks.
Okay, so let me put this in order. So, okay. All right. Did that long rigmarole give Michael a chance to get here? Nope, it didn't. All right. So,
No, he was here, but whenever I started talking, he unmuted, and I kind of cut him off.
No, Michael wasn't here.
Yeah, Michael's not here.
Oh,
all right.
Oops, wrong one. Sorry.
So, all right. So, we will just skip Michael's turn for now. And Mulek,
Yes.
if you're here, you're available. Okay.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Just really quick. This guy right here is a fire giant, right?
Correct.
Okay.
He is a
good.
fire giant.
Perfect. So I'm going to ride my Draconic Spirit over to here. We're still kind of up out of the reach of these purple wormlings. But we get within 10 feet of this one right here. And so my dragon is going to, let's see, he's going to try to rend this one.
Okay.
So 14 or 13?
Okay. Yes, 14 will hit for 13 damage.
Okay. Do it again. 12 for 11.
12 is exactly what you need to hit these guys. Purple wormlings do not have great armor class. And all right, so he is also bloodied. That purple one.
And then he's going to finish up by his breath weapon, kind of shooting out in this way, making sure that it doesn't hit Tack over here and Hecaton right there.
King Hecaton. Okay.
Yeah, King Hecaton.
All right.
So I think he's going to hit these 4. It's a 30-foot cone.
Okay. Let's do this because we can do a breath weapon. It's this, and it can go out like. Yeah, he.
Dexterity check for 5.
Dexterity check, and what is the
17.
17. So that's 4.
Yeah, 4 rolls.
4 rolls for these guys. Whoops. And dexterity. Oh, failure. And I think actually from where your token is located, there's no way to avoid King Hecaton, so he's gonna have to make And what type of energy is the breath weapon?
Lightning.
It's lightning. Okay. Then he doesn't have to make one because he's immune to lightning anyway. So he's a storm giant. Storm giants are immune. So these guys will all take 5 more damage. -5. That's gonna bloody him. -5. He's not quite dead, but he's hurting very badly. -5. -5. Oh, and I think there's. Wait, is this within guy within the range? Yeah, that guy is within the range as well, so he has to make 1 more dex save. And he failed, so he'll take 5. Smoke if you got him. So he takes 5 over here. Alright, anything else, Mulek?
Yep, not done yet. Alright, IG's gonna strike at this worm twice.
Okay.
2 fists. Oh, whoops. 1 and 2. So 18 for
Both
7
hits.
and 20 for 12.
Okay. How does your second punch kill this thing?
Just smashes it. Smashes it into the ground. Brings both fists down onto it.
Okay, alright. So that one we will just go ahead and remove it from the board.
And then Casper will have flown around over here to distract this one because he didn't want to get anywhere near the dragon attacking. So he came over here to distract this wormling, came back over. And then me seeing the mummy lord pop up and knowing that I've got a fire giant here and a bunch of other wormlings over here, Mulek's going to drop another fireball about right here.
Okay. Alright, so that's a
I think it's a
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure it's at least 20 feet or within 20 feet of that guy.
Yeah, so it'll get, I think it'll get these 3, and then he's immune, so it doesn't matter if he's close, and then this one. So it'll get these 3 and the mummy lord.
Yeah, so it'll be out here. I think actually it's just gonna get 2 of them. I don't think it's, yeah, because it's not. It can't go here.
Wait, what? So I get I drop it right here. So 20 is 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, and 20 here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is 20. That's 20. That's 20. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's too far. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it's those 3 and that guy. All right. So, what is the spell save as DC again? Or it's
17, and I know the mummy lord's got I think he's got advantage.
Yeah, let's see. Yep, and spells and other effects. So he fails even with advantage. So
It's double damage.
then this guy. Whoops. We're gonna do a failure, and a failure. All right, for the purple wormlings. And the total damage is 36. So that's 36 and 36. That's 72.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because he
And I would know that because of my nat 20 nature check last week. I know that he's vulnerable to fire.
Right. Okay.
Is it 20 a foot radius, so wouldn't it be a 40-foot diameter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes 20 feet that way and 20 feet this way.
Yeah, so you have to measure out from the point where it's placed. And if you put it too far to get too many of the worms, you can't get the Mummy Lord, which is what you want. Yeah, alright. Okay, that's... I know that that's... Yeah. Damage vulnerability. There you go. Alright, so he takes 72, which will bloody him with that thing. 36 will bloody this guy. 36 will bloody this guy. And 36 will bloody this guy. Alright, so all of these guys are bloodied. Alright, anything else, Mulek?
No, I think that's enough.
Okay, Faerun, you're up here in this battle with the dragon. So what would you like to do with that?
I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Kuldru.
Okay. And what is
hold on. A wisdom saving throw? Damn it. Probably got a good wisdom, but whatevs.
Okay.
Let me see, actually. Yeah, that's pretty terrible damage. My melee is awful. Yep, Toll the Dead. Here we go.
You're
Maybe
playing
it'll
the
work.
ding dong bells because you missed your bell.
That's right.
Plants.
EC 16. Okay, so wisdom save DC 16. Oh,
Easy peasy.
okay. He makes 21. Is that an all or nothing, or is it?
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
Yep.
All or nothing. Okay, yeah, he shakes that off.
That's my turn.
Anything? Okay.
Paldris going to do a tail attack.
Okay. At the end
legendary
of
action.
Fellers. Okay. AC 25. That will hit for 9 damage. Hey, Paldris, how would you like to kill this adult blue dragon?
Oh my
kidding
gosh.
me?
Ooh.
Boo. I was hoping Palliger would do it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was going to put him out. Yeah, Paldris is just going to swing the tail and just slam him back down to the ground. And
Palliger will just tell everybody he killed him anyway.
yeah. Paldris made the motion with the sword.
Yeah.
It was me.
Kuldru was so intent on the dragon rider that he failed to see the tail of this other dragon coming at him. And as he is struck a mortal blow, he says, "Iymrith, my love, I give my life for you."
Dramatic much?
And his big body falls, and he kind of slides down this mound of sand over here somewhere. Now, as a benefit for the dragons and for Faerun, as the fight subsides, you all hear much more clearly now the sounds that you heard from before that seem to be coming from the north. echoing through a chamber up there. It's the sound of several voices chanting in the darkness. There's a glow far ahead, as though some torches are set up, and you can just sort of see the silhouettes of some humanoid-sized figures there. And suddenly, one of those figures seems to move a little bit towards you, and then its voice raises up, saying something in a language that I think we established last time that none of you speak. And
I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Let me double check. No, it is not
Okay.
one of those.
Got it.
And
Damn
yeah,
Latin.
it's kind of a thing like that, and then that voice trails off in what almost sounds like a scream, and that scream gets quieter and quieter and quieter until it's finally cut off.
What?
Well, that's interesting. I'm
And
out of here.
and then echoing in the darkness, there is a it seems like the walls from that area, they chant. The very walls themselves chant several words in that same language that
Yogi, I'm a little freaked now.
and since you all don't speak that language, you don't know what that said.
But it's not like it went silent around us. We just.
No. And then as that larger voice dies away, you then hear the voices of the chanting resume once again, whatever they are doing. So next time we come to somebody in one of the dragons, we will let you decide what you all are going to do. Meanwhile, back in the lower part of the battlefield, Hang Hecaton, he's just very, very angry. And the giants, they're just going to unleash their gigantic fury at these creatures. They will deal some damage. Okay, they deal 12 damage to each of these guys. Okay, come on. That's gonna bloody this one. That is going to... because he does that, he gets... he gets some additional damage. Okay, not quite enough to get rid of him, but he's very bloodied now. And that effect is gone. This guy takes that. Actually, yeah, okay. This guy, that is going to remove that one from the battlefield. So we'll delete this guy from the battlefield, and then Nextor is going to run over, and Nextor is going to attempt to attack the Mummy Lord. And he will. Okay, stone giant. He will make an attack with a great club. Oh, 24 for 21. And then 19 for 26. Okay. So the giant just comes over with a big, huge club and just brings it down. Smash! Smash! And when he smashes the second time, there's just like a smushed pile of rags on the ground. So that was 47 points of damage to that mummy lord, who was already bloodied by that fireball, and that mummy lord just is out of the fight. So it's like, and then the stone giant just looks at everybody and says, "I got it."
Well, that just about wraps it up.
Yeah. Oh, ba-dum-bum. All right, and Tack.
Yes. So I
You
am
are up.
surrounded by these gross things,
Yes.
and I
Wait,
decide.
isn't that mummy lord immune to bludgeoning?
Wait, is he immune to bludgeoning, or is
Yeah.
he?
From non-magical. He's immune to necrotic, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical.
You know what? He is. He is. So
Uh-oh.
yeah, he smashes him twice, and he says, and then he looks at his club like, "What?" And at the end of next door's turn, the mummy lord will look at okay. Well, yes, we'll just say something in what sounds like an ancient language, and that will cause the stone giant to make a saving throw. What kind of saving throw again is it? It's a Constitution saving throw, which is pretty good for a giant, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, he makes it. And then is that a half damage thing? Oh, no. The giant just sort of shakes that effect off, and the mummy lord just sort of glares disgustedly. All right. Attack. You may continue with your...
Okay. So I have my Warhammer +1, and I am going to start striking at this one.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I get 2 attacks. Strike number 1, 2-handed.
That'll hit. For 4 damage.
What about the 7?
The way this... Okay. Okay, your damage should be set up so that... okay. I'm sorry. You set up 2 separate attacks for one-handed.
One for one-handed,
All right.
and one for 2-handed.
Okay, I'm just used to seeing the way it normally does it with versatile weapons, where the one readout is one-handed and the other readout is two-handed. Never mind. All right, so
Don't know
11
why it's trying to
points.
show that second damage. It shouldn't. Sorry, I ticked that off, so hopefully it'll stick this time. Okay, so ignore the 4. It's supposed to be 7.
Okay, so all right.
I fixed it last time and it came back, so I don't know.
Okay, just take
all
your
right.
second attack.
Second attack. Miss.
12. No, 12 is exactly what you need to hit these guys.
Oh, I do. Okay. Phew! There we go.
Bludgeoning.
On that one.
All right, minus. Yep, same one. All right, and so that guy is not quite bloodied.
Okay. And I will. Anything else? Nope. I'm good for now.
All right, Seldrith is one of the dragons. So Seldrith, what would you like to do? Let's see who's been. Let me pull up Seldrith real quickly and see who's been running Seldrith.
I think Kinraid?
That's Michael.
Oh, that's been Michael running. Okay, so Seldrith will. He will. Or she will look around and she will say, Iymrith must be to the north, but where are our allies? I thought apparently this does not communicate to the other area. Shall we go try to find them? Or do we want to wait here? He looks over towards Paldrith and Faliger. Since it would not be good for the NPCs to tell everybody where to go.
Mm-hmm. Ballinger speaks up. He's like, well, perhaps we ought to wait here for them to catch up. I need to
Very well.
tend to a wound anyway, and I guess Ballinger will go ahead and... Can he cast a spell?
Oh, sure. Well, technically now, since you guys are not in combat, I'll let you go ahead and do that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if that's all that Seldrith is going to do, so you just cast your spell, give yourself your healing, and we'll move on.
Nice.
Not sure if sorry.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
not sure if you guys were doing the legendary actions on Zillus or not, but she would probably want to make a perception to see if she hears or sees any other entranceway or exit way out of this room that could be of note.
Okay, sure.
Perception, where is it? Wrong sheet. Other sheet.
Hell yeah. That was a good roll.
Yeah, all right.
And I cannot read for the life of me today. Where is perception? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, 18. So with an 18, yes, from where Zillus is, Zillus will feel some fresh air coming from this direction. So there's probably a way up to the surface there.
Okay. Zillus will bring it to your attention and say, there's no time to wait. We still have to try our best to try and... What if the others need our help? And she'll bring to the attention to what's to the left of them, or I don't know which direction the way the map is, but to Zillus' left.
Yeah, that would be to the west.
Yeah.
All right. Crintrage, we know Paul is not joining us tonight, so we will skip Crintrage's turn. And Felglos, he will say to Falisher, he says, well done, Ryder. So Zillus says there is a way out to the west Do we want to go that way? Do we want to see if we can find some other way to rendezvous with our allies?
Who was he talking to?
He was talking to his rider, Valisher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So that way out to the left there, can they get through there?
Dragons themselves probably cannot get through there. Because that'd be a little bit too much of a squeeze for them. To get through
Valisher
that
just
area.
speaks up. He's like, "Well, buddy, maybe we ought to just stay put and wait for backup."
Okay. Nice. All right. And Peldreth is up.
So I've got a question. Paldrith
Sure.
has a feature that he can change shape. So is that
Yeah.
like take an action to change shape and then another action to change back?
Let's see how it is worded. Some of these things with yes, it's under the actions category, so yes, it takes an action. Anything that's listed under that actions title takes an action to do. So change shape is an action.
So
And changing back is another action.
So I imagine all the dragons have that ability. If they wanted to, they could change shape, walk through, and then change back.
Yeah, the metallic dragons do, yes. Which means that the metallic dragons could, theoretically, fly back up through the hole, go to those stairs where everybody else went down, and then follow the rest of them down those stairs. Once they, and then revert back to draconic form once they get down underground. So that's an option.
Didn't we also have that pitfall trap that went down here as well?
Yes, that pitfall trap would take you right into the nest, the entire nest of purple wormlings.
And I don't think that trap was completely broken through, right? I think the sand had shifted a little bit, but hadn't opened up.
Yeah. It did. Tack made a dex save to avoid falling through, which was probably good for Tack because he would have been taking automatic damage every round for being in that pit full of baby purple wormlings.
Okay, so knowing that the dragons can't fit through here, and did you say there were voices heard at some point or screaming? Was that from this cavern area somewhere up here? Or?
Yes, that was to the north.
So there was some screaming up there. No sounds or anything. Yeah, east side.
None that you've heard, no. And basically, because this is heavy dwarven construction, you can hardly hear any sound from the battle to the south of you.
Got it.
Because this is all heavy dwarven stone, with dwarven sound insulating technology.
So what Paldrith will do is fly up into the air and fly. How far is this? Yeah. Just fly 60 feet over here and take a hard look.
Okay.
Investigate down in here.
Yeah, what is does the dragon have dark vision?
Dark vision 120 feet, passive
Okay.
perception 22, blind sight 60.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, with the dark vision, can basically see more of this area opened up. can see that this goes to an area with stairs that lead up, and with the dragons kind of I'm going to say dragons have lived a long time. You would probably guess that these stairs would lead up somewhere underneath those stands in that arena. So you could probably get up into the tunnels underneath those stands and then go outside, and that's probably where the fresh air is coming from.
Okay, and then am I able to maybe move up a little bit further and like stretch my neck to kind of see up this way or up down this way at all?
Yeah, sure. We'll say that you can do that, and we'll kind of go like this and see down here and see basically over to over to here.
Okay, so it looks like maybe not a passageway, but can't 100% tell. Okay, so Paldris will just yell back to the group. Now you said these stairs go up?
Yep, those stairs go up.
I'll just yell back through this hallway. There's some stairs going up, and that'll be Paldris' turn.
Okay, all right. And then, let's see. Is there anything at the end of? Anything at the end of that? I think that. What's the range of that attack? 5 feet. Range of that attack is 5 feet. Yep. Okay. So, at the end of Paldris' turn, the Mummy Lord will turn and look up at the stone giant, and will attack the stone giant. Oh, 29.
Ow.
Wow. That is a critical hit. And then let's see.
Mommy didn't want to be smashed.
All right, so that is that. I'm gonna roll this again in order to get the damage. So it's 3d6 plus 4. So that's going to be 3d6 plus 22. So it's 38 damage, and because it's Rotting Fist, it must succeed on a DC 16 con save or be cursed with Mummy Rot. So
is that like crotch rot? What's Mummy Rot?
It is a magical disease. Let's see, where is a con save?
It's herpes turned up.
Oh, he fails. So, first of all, minus 38, and boy, he's not quite yet bloodied, but he is now diseased. So he has now, for whatever reason, that doesn't show. So I'm gonna paste it into the chat in Roll20. So the cursed target can't regain hit points. Its hit points maximum decreases by 10 every 24 hours that elapse. The curse reduces target's hit point maximum to 0. Target dies. Its body turns to dust. The curse lasts until removed by the remove curse spell or other magic. So, Mummy Lords, they Yeah, they can hurt you. They hit you. So, he is, that is his legendary action. Belle, you are up.
Belle was just plotting. She sat there. She was looking at the battle. She saw that everyone was kind of pinching these worms in a little tiny gap and slowly picking them off. Some of them coming from the east, going to the west, and then some of them coming from the north to the south, and then slowly the worms started dying. She saw fireballs going off, and that just piqued her interest. As Belle wants to make the boom boom pows too. She feels left out now. So she'll sit up, she'll go into her zen zone, almost like how Valuger always taught her. And she'll do a running little jump. So she'll use 30 feet of her movement.
Actually, since you didn't get to do anything last week, I'll give you 60 feet of movement and then an action instead of 30 this time.
Yay. Okay, so she'll use 30 feet of her movement, but she'll kind of do like a little jump as she kind of throws out a fireball at the same time right into the mix of these ones.
Okay, yeah, and now this here is a pillar. So if you hit that pillar, I mean, the fireball will bloom around it, but it will go off as soon as it hits. Okay, so, and then obviously this guy here is a fire giant, so he's immune to fire. So the fireball won't hurt him. Ping the square that you want to be the center of it, if you will, please.
I do it right here.
Okay, there. All right, wonderful. And yeah, so that's going to be 20. That'll miss our stone giant. That'll get that guy. That'll get these guys. That'll get that guy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 purple worms need to make dex saves. So you can go ahead and.
No clue what happened to the damage there, but it is there, just invisible.
Really? Oh, wow.
Oh, it's 34 and then 6. You have to put it on light mode to see the damage.
Okay, very interesting. All right, that's an interesting glitch that we've discovered. 34 and 6, 40. 40 damage, so... dex save, the first is a failure, second is a failure, third is a failure, fourth is a failure. All right, so 40 points of damage. That is going to destroy that one. That will... Oh, gosh. That doesn't destroy, but it very heavily bloodies that one. Doesn't destroy, but very heavily bloodies that one. And doesn't destroy, but very heavily bloodies that one. So I think every worm on the board, except maybe one, has been hit now. And most of them are bloodied. And many of those bloodied ones are very close to death. And at the end of... Or anything else for Belle?
I'll kind of pop forward like 10 more feet to go see Thalador, and then 20 feet up, just trying to run this way.
Okay.
And once she goes over to Thalador, she said, "You see that? You see that? I did something!" And then she'll run away.
Okay. And Thalador will be like, "Yeah, Belle, that was pretty cool." All right. And at the end of Belle's turn, the mummy lord just grins at the stone giant, hauls off, and punches him again. Because he can do that. Oh, no, he can't. He can't because he used his His one thing costs 2 actions, so he only has 1 action left, which was the first punch. All right. But it is the Mummy Lord's turn. And so the Mummy Lord will act. And the Mummy Lord will do... will do...
Was the rotting fist, was it action, right?
Yeah, it was a legendary action. Because he can do that as a rotting fist.
Oh, that's not one of the legendary actions, though.
No, it's an attack action. If you look at the attack action, it makes one
You're
attack
right.
with rotting fist or
You're
uses.
right. You're right.
So he then will cast a spell, and he will. All right. Yes, he will go ahead and he will make a contagion attack against the stone giant. And that contagion attack is so he does inflicts a disease. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. And he will use his blinding sickness ability to basically blind this giant if he succeeds. So giant needs to make a DC 17 con save, which for a stone giant it's possible. Oh, but he fails. He fails. So now he is blinded. And being blinded, he gets disadvantage on his wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws, and disadvantage on all of his attacks because of being blinded. And then the Mummy Lord will move. How far can he move? He moves 20. Oh god, these things are slow. He moves 20 feet. So he will go 5, 10, 15, 20. He will move away. Hextor will sense him moving away and will attempt to make an attack with disadvantage. Oh, and it doesn't really matter because all he has is a great club, and so even if he hits him, he misses him, and he misses him anyway. Club swings through the air, and that is the Mummy Lord's turn. Then the purple wormlings, they will go, and several of them move up here and chew on the fire giant. 3 of them think that Tack looks delicious, so they will chew on him. And 1 will chew on King Hecaton, and 1 will chew on Count Velen. So Rathos here takes 2d6. 2d6 because he's got 4 guys on him, so he takes 11 points of damage, and that's not quite going to bloody him. Attack. You get 3 attacks from these, or 3 of these attack you. And remember, they get multiple attacks. So, bite the first. 21. Bite the second. 7. Bite the third.
Made it.
22. Okay, 6 piercing and make a DC 13 Dex save. Oh, no, you're small. You're not a small creature, so never mind. You don't need to make a Dex save. And then 3 tail attacks. 3 will miss. A 17 will miss. A 14 will miss. So you just took the 6 damage from the bite.
Okay.
And that's it. All right. Then King Hecaton gets 2 attacks. And we're gonna do. He takes 1 damage, and then Count Thelen also takes 1 damage. All right. We are back to the top of the round. Did we have any? Okay. We haven't heard anything from Michael, so we're going to skip him. Before we do, viewers, I'm going to change the stream back to traditional, and you guys can let me know which you think looks better during this round of combat. All right, we'll finish up this round and then we'll take our break. So Thal'Dor is we're skipping his turn. Zillus, I don't know whether you want to do anything with your one of your legendary actions at the end of that turn, or whether you wanted to do something else. Wait a minute. How did Zillus get there?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Hold on. Where's it? That was weird.
There wasn't one for him, so I rolled the initiative.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you had rolled that. That's how it got happened. Okay, so we missed Zillus's turn at the end of last round. So before we go to Mulek's turn, Zillus, what did you want to do in the previous round?
Is she flying or is she sitting on the ground?
Right now they're all sitting on the ground. The thing I had been using is I put a little dot on them if they were in the air, a little blue dot to indicate they were flying. So she had landed last turn.
Does it cost anything to actually go back up to flying? So
no, you can just use the full flying speed. You don't have to take any movement to get airborne.
Okay, so she'll kind of hover over here. That is a lot of movement. Oh my god. Okay, I have 80.
Yep,
yeah.
Most dragons do.
So she'll go over here and try and peek through this to see if there's anything else she can find of interest.
Okay, and she has the same dark vision, 120 feet or whatever. Okay, so yeah, looking this way, she will be able to tell that over this way there is in fact another set of stairs that looks much like the other one, but this one is a big wide hallway that dragons can easily go through. And when you get this close, you can sense there's fresh air coming from down there. So just like the other side, this probably goes up underneath those stands. And just for quick reference sake, for the player's benefit, when it comes up to those stands, that probably would then let you go out a large tunnel leading out either here or leading out here. So one of the two. So you would be able to figure that out as the dragon.
She'll kind of call out to others and say, "Where's passageway? This way." But I shall stand my ground and stay put.
Okay. So yeah, then for these metallic dragons, they would all then theoretically be able to go up those stairs, get to the top of the stairs where the and I'll just throw this out there so you guys know, for all 4 of these dragons, I would let them use a full round movement. And if they do nothing but a full round movement, that would put them at the top of these stairs on the outside. So that next round, they could change shape, come downstairs, and do something to join the fight. So that would be
How
what
deep
they
was
could do.
the hole that we flew in anyway?
The mound of sand here is 20 feet high. It's another 20 feet to get up to the surface, or actually to get up to the ceiling of this room. And then the ceiling is a stone ceiling at least 10 or 15 feet thick because it's all dwarven construction. And it's designed to hold the entire weight of the stadium above ground. So it's very, very, very sturdy.
So,
yeah,
Paladin would
160. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, James. Is I'm not worrying about the exact feet. I'm just saying if all you do is a movement, I would let all 4 of the dragons get to the top of those stairs.
So from the top of the roof, stone roof, to the sand mound, how far is that?
The top of from the surface, from standing on the surface looking down to the sand. Okay, 15, about 35 feet.
Okay. All right. I guess Falazur's just gonna try to. I guess all the dragons are going that way. So.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we're on Mulek's turn. So, because we ran out of there, so we'll get to Falazur in just a moment. Mulek, what would you like to do?
Yeah. So Mulek is gonna ride the. Come on. Oh, there I am. Over there. Ride the dragon up. Gonna as we're flying over this purple dragon. The Draconic Spirit's gonna rend this one.
Okay. Since they're bloody, just make 1 attack. Okay, 15 damage. That is going to do it.
Okay.
All right, and that one is gone. Then.
And then, where can I go? I'm just gonna kind of just fly up. I'm up in the air, so I'm well above these purple dragons. I'm just trying to come up here to get a view of the mummy lord that's kind of trying to hightail it out, and gonna go ahead and cast. Pretty sure I get the range. Yep, cast firebolt at it.
Ooh, firebolt.
Firebolt.
Okay. Oh, 26. That will hit. And so because it's fire, it does double damage. Doesn't quite kill it, but it looks very, 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 very bloodied. Yes.
Almost. Okay. And then we'll just come back to here. And then IG's gonna come over here. Oh, he's going to be kind of around Hecaton, and he's going to punch at this one. Purple dragon.
Okay.
Let's see. Lost my. Nope, disregard. I guess I accidentally hit that. Oh, there it is. Got too many things up. All right, 11.
11 will miss.
And 15.
15 will hit for 7 points of damage. It doesn't quite kill it.
All right, and then again, my owl is just kind of, Casper's just kind of gonna fly out and just gonna distract this one right here.
Okay, so one of the ones on tack.
Yep. And then he's gonna fly back, grab him. Yep. That's,
okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Now, Faerun, you are up. I have told the other player, or I've told everybody what I will allow the dragons to do. It's kind of, I mean, obviously, if you want Felgalos to do that, he can do that, but it's kind of up to the other players what the dragons do. But that's an option for them. As far as what Faerun wants to do, he's free to take any action that he would like to take.
I was just thinking that I'll go with I'm just going to fly back with him if they're all going to go back to the stairs. So.
Okay.
And shapeshift, is that basically what's going on?
Yeah, and he'll kind of set you down so you can walk off before he shapeshifts, and then you would run down the stairs on your own at the same time. But you'll obviously get the benefit of that movement. I guess so. Faerun, just for the benefit of the other players, Faerun would probably call out and say, "Shall we go join our allies?" And Felgalos is like, "Well, makes sense to me, but what say the rest of you?" And sort of looks around at Paldrith and Zillis and Seldrith. Seldrith will kind of go along with whatever everybody else wants to do.
I rolled 20 froze.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's annoying. So James or Ivy with the dragons indicate one way or the other what they would want to do.
Yeah. I'm for if we don't see any threat here, let's go back and check on our rest of our party.
Okay. All right. There doesn't appear to be any. You continue to hear that eerie chanting from the darkness to the north.
Yeah, but since there's no immediate threat, let's go check on the other guys.
Okay. Then with no spells or anything, we'll move on to King Hecaton. And Ken, if you get back into Roll20 and you wanted to do something, we'll let you have a turn after King Hecaton and the giants go.
Okay.
Then King Hecaton and the giants, they're just going to attack. Well, Count Fullen is going to stride past some of these things and move over here. He's not going to take a tax of opportunity because he's not getting out there. This frost giant is just going to make a full move action and go around here. Has used more than 50 feet of movement, so cannot make an attack. And then, whoever's crinkling stuff, please mute. 2d10 /r 2d10. Okay, so King Hecaton will destroy this purple wormling. And Count Fullen will deal 14 damage to this purple wormling, which will doesn't quite bloody it. This guy, he doesn't get an action, but this guy does. The fire giant will deal damage to do that. And we have to have an attack roll to see if this guy can hit. Oh, yeah. His first attack gets this guy, but he can't see where to go, and he winds up going over here and running into the wall because of his blindness. He's like, ah. And the other giants look on with concern. Kraticus, we are up to you.
Okay.
You are in a target-rich environment.
I am, which makes me very happy. Bing, gada boom. All right. I am going to keep working on this guy.
Okay. And 14 will hit. For 7. 29. Ooh, for 13. All right. Yes, he is very bloodied. Not quite dead, but very bloodied after that.
Okay.
Well, that'd be 10 plus whatever, right?
Yeah, 10 plus 7.
10 plus 7. So total of 17 instead of 13. So that gives you 4 more damage. Not quite enough to kill it, but still very close. Anything else, Tack?
Nope.
Okay. And Seldreth will follow the lead of everybody else. We'll go up here, and then just because these are not double-sided tokens, we'll just put them right here. Make him a small thing to say that he has changed size and he's on the stairs.
So, Faerun would... I guess they flew to the stairs, so he can just, like, poke his head down the stairs.
Yep, he is on the stairs.
Now, technically, my spirit guardians won't hurt anybody as long as they don't move into it or start their turn there. So, how far down do I have to go down these steps to see everybody?
These stairs descend about 30 feet.
Okay, so it's like solid wall on the sides then?
It's one of those like freestanding. Think of it like a freestanding stairway, but with supports underneath. So it's kind of walls up. Where Faldor is, he's probably 20 feet below where Faerun is when he would pass.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is it's not like going down into the basement where you can just you go down a little bit and you look to the side, you can see off to the side, right? Those are solid walls, right?
Oh no. When he gets down underneath the level of the ceiling, he can see what's going on over here.
All right. Hey, Faerun just shouts. He's like, "Hey, we should all get into this part of the structure that fell in. We killed an adult dragon, and I think there's an evil ritual being cast further into the chamber."
Okay, so Faerun will yell that when the dragons get there. We'll go ahead and did any dragons want to use legendary actions this round? Because if not, I'm just going to move them all over to... okay. Alright, yeah, Faerun, you probably want to stay on the stairs. Because... yeah, you would... Oh. I believe... the way that works is you have to specify people when you cast the spell.
Yep.
So Yeah, if the rest of your party weren't there, you don't want to get too close over there to Thaldor.
Yep.
And we can see them, right? Like we know there's something there. It's not like an invisible force.
Yeah. I believe that spirit guardians have always been classified as something. So Indiana the Axby could probably like, "Rah!" Probably would. Yeah, I think you've been forgetting about Indiana, James. So wherever you would have Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana's basically protecting Thaldor. So Thaldor's just kind of
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put him up there. All right. That was the dragons, and Krenraid is not here. Falgalos flew. Paldrith flew. Bell, you are up. What
I'll
would
get
you-
distracted as she heals Palager and she'll say, and she'll kind of scream and then try and run back. She'll go
Yeah.
along the ways.
Yeah, and Belle would know to stay out of the way of those spirit guardians, so she runs past that.
That is within 60 feet. So 60 or 30, yeah. So because it is already damaged, well, it would have took the second damage, but it doesn't make a difference. So I want this worm to take a wisdom save of 16. 16.
Okay, purple wormling wisdom save is an 11. It's actually a pretty good roll for that one, and it takes 8, right?
Yes. Just 8.
8 damage. Oh, and attack the worm that you just hit. It just kind of, its little eye sockets just explode and worm blood oozes out of them, and it just dies right in front of you. Kind of delayed reaction after your hits, you think. Tack hears a dong somewhere, and then it dies.
It's more like a ding because it comes from the bell around her neck.
Okay, so ding.
ding, ding, ding.
Sounds like the cat bell, huh?
The dinner
Yes.
bell.
Yeah, the dinner bell. You bell
I'm
at the
smart
end of the
enough to know
microwave.
that wasn't because of me. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess it would be Krenraid that would say, "Oh, it must have died after I hit it." Okay. That was Belle. Anything else, Belle?
She'll kind of just sit there and kind of whine because she can't go hug Bellager.
Okay. Then Zillus is on the stairs, and the Mummy Lord. What would the Mummy Lord like to do? Oh, that's a nasty effect. So the Mummy Lord steps out and looks at the stone giant, who is already suffering from the effects of the rotting fist, and looks at it with a dreadful glare. And it has disadvantage on its wisdom saves. So the stone giant has to... Oh, and fails. So now the stone giant is...
He failed it bad.
He failed
He's
it badly, so he is paralyzed until the end of the mummy's next turn. And that will... so now we're going to make this a paralysis effect on top of everything else. And then, so that was 5 feet of movement. Then... Yep, will use the rest of his movement to just walk right up. And looks like he is getting ready to unleash a couple of fist attacks when he gets his next legendary action. So, purple wormlings. There's not many of them left. So, one attack on tack, and then some damage to the giants. All right. So one attack on one of them will attack tack, purple wormling. A bite attack, 21, that'll miss. A tail sting, 7, that'll miss.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then King Hecaton takes 4 damage. Count Felon takes 4 damage. The Frost Giant takes 4 damage. And nope, still not quite. And this one, the Fire Giant, takes 4 damage. All right. And that is the end of that round. And now we will go and we'll put us back on dark mode again. So I'll be curious to see how it looks when I go back and review the session. All right. Top of the next round, Thaldor. Okay.
Break time.
Yes. Break time. Thank you, Ken, for the reminder. We'll go ahead and take our break there. Viewers, thank you guys for putting up with our late start. We hope you are enjoying the session. We will. It looks like Streamlabs may have hiccuped and restarted, but we should be recording, so it should be it's a continuous recording, so we don't have any problem there. I'm going to go ahead and move us back to the slate. I will bring the music back. This is friendly. All right, everybody, I'm going to put the timer on for about 10 minutes, and I will mute. You guys are welcome to stay here and chat on stream or move to the off-stream chat. And I will be back in a few minutes. All right, everybody.
Yay.
Are we about back from break?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, what I will do is I will go ahead to our music. I will adjust the volume and get us back to our battle sounds. Alright. Ooh, it's a little bit loud, so we'll bring that down some. Okay. So we were at the top of the round. Everybody else back?
I am, but
Yeah.
Attacked by a cat.
Okay.
cat attack. Wah!
Alright. So, we are skipping Thaldor. James, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
All
we
right.
can.
So, how far? So, we're in the air, so we're just going to kind of fly around the giant. Come up to about right here. And give.
Okay, now that this thing here is a big solid pillar. You cannot see through that.
Oh, is that? Oh.
Yes.
All right. Good to know. So I will fly around it.
Okay.
Because I'll just use part of the action of the dragon to get around that. And I will get a clear line of sight. The Mummy Lord, and we'll, knowing that he doesn't like fire, we'll again. Find it. 26 for 28.
20. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mulek. Mulek. How would you like to destroy this Mummy Lord?
Sweet. So the mummy just sees me come around, pop out around this pillar, and his eyes just go wide with fright, and then this fire just comes flaming right at it, and he just burns up and just does this little mummy shriek. Turns to dust.
And falls to dust. All right, which means that then immediately we have to go back to here and we have to change the battle music because there's no longer a Mummy Lord in the battle. Anything else, Mulek?
Yeah, my shield guardians just kind of step up and just start pounding on this Wormling.
Okay.
So he'll make two fist attacks, 1 and 2.
Okay, they both hit. So the first one for 13, that's enough to destroy that one. So
All right. So can we say he killed that one and he just would have moved up and would have swiped at the next one?
For 13 points of damage, which will then bloody that one.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. And Fallisher. So now you're getting to a point where you see Belle. She's kind of right in that zone where you go down and step off the stairs. She's going to be like right in the way of your spirit guardians.
Well, I don't want her all over me, so I'm definitely going to keep my spirit guardians up.
You personally attacked by that? Thank you.
Well, you didn't hear it or know he was thinking it. No, I'm just kidding.
Cat tense, thank you. Excuse you.
So I'm just gonna stay out of the way, I guess. If people want to come back up and we go down that hole, that's kind of what I was recommending.
Okay.
We just bypass all this BS down here and get to the nitty gritty of what's going on. Some chanting, some evil language I can't understand down there. That would be his advice to them, and I'll just stay out of the way so I don't
Okay.
damage anyone.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Then King Hecaton and the giants. So Count Thulin will move over here. King Hecaton will move up here. These two giants are here, and they're going to slash R 2d10. 6 points of damage. So, no, that's... Oh. Minus 6 from that attack. Minus 6 from that attack will destroy that particular... will destroy that particular worm. Then this one gets destroyed. And this one here... Oh, he also gets destroyed. So, hey, guess what? All of the purple wormlings now are off the battle. And for the first time in a long time, everybody, there is some semblance of silence falls. And we go back to the exploration ambiance. So, as the echoes of the battle die away, kind of all that you guys hear is sort of the slithering around of the purple wormlings inside this pen. I guess what we'll do for purposes of this, I'll let everybody decide what they want to do. We can drop out of combat since there's no active enemies on the board. And I'll remove that from the board so that you guys can see. And I'll just go across the screen and ask people what they want to do. Ivy, for Belle and for the dragon that Belle is controlling, what would you like to do?
Val would love to get to Valiger, but Valiger's just like, no, Mr. Cranky Pants. So she'll kind of just sit there and just give him the eye, just like, I missed you. Hello. She won't be caring about anything else unless he comes within like 30 feet of her. Zillus, I believe I guess I was muted when I said so, but she would have probably stayed around where the chanting was, just to keep an eye on that, just to know if there was any progression or whatever.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Yeah, alright, so Zillus would be up there. Alright. Because Falager probably said, hey, let's go tell the others to come back this way. Because I think the reason he was asking about the height here is knowing that people could either jump down here or perhaps feather fall down here and not take too much damage. And I'm going to say, because this is a big pile of loose sand, the falling damage would be halved anyway. So it's 35 feet, so it'd be 46, but then you take half of whatever that is if you didn't have any way of getting down there other than jumping. So it won't mitigate all the damage, but there is that. I will also remind people who are spellcasters that we have a giant who is blinded and cursed, if anybody can do anything about that. So that was Belle and Tack. What would Tack like to do?
So these things are still alive in here, right?
They are still alive. They cannot get out. The only way you will take damage is if you decide to jump in there with them.
Okay. So Tack decides to take a leak on them.
Okay. I believe Tack did have a thought last time with some brandy, 5 gallons
Yep.
worth of brandy that Tack had.
We were just in a rush. So
Okay.
he will lay down his portable hole, rummage around inside of it, pull out the 5-gallon barrel of brandy, and pick up his portable hole, and then pop the cork on the brandy and begin liberally dousing them with it.
Okay.
And looks around, kind of pats his pants like, I don't have a match anywhere. Anybody got fire spell?
Or a torch would do.
Or a torch.
Yeah. Somebody, I guess Crenraid would come over and he would say, "Oh, I'm a great magician. I can cause fire to leap from my fingers." And he would twiddle his fingers, and then he'd shake his fingers, and then he'd say, "Mulek, how do I make fire come out of my fingers again?"
So,
James, if you're there, you can answer Crenraid when he asks, "How does he make fire come out of his fingers?" James, are you there? We're not hearing you if you're there. I know Ken had to step away. I'm not sure if James had to step away.
Yes, I realized I had the mute on both places.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. I would have
okay.
said it takes practice.
Okay. So he says, "Oh, well, bloody hell." And he says, "Well, dwarves can always make fire." And he pulls a torch out of his backpack, takes a piece of flint and strikes it against his the head of his hammer, and strikes sparks and lights his torch, and he hands the torch to you, Tack.
And I kind of toss the barrel in after I'm done liberally spreading 5 gallons of this very, very potent alcohol on them, and pitch in the torch.
Okay, so what we're going to say is we're going to say that this will get an area of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because you threw the barrel in. About 6 squares worth of these things start to get lit up.
An interesting smell I've discovered.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And the and so then let's see. Ken, are you back yet?
He said about
Okay.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the 10 minutes part. Mulek.
Yes, and sorry about that. It takes practice. I was looking at something and misunderstood what you were saying about the finger and fire. So now I understand what you were saying. I could have just firebolted it, but sorry about that. The stone giant. So the stone giant was just paralyzed and blinded until the mummy's next turn, right? But it's got that rot curse still.
Right. So yeah. So the paralysis will wear off, and the blindness will wear off.
Yeah.
And the curse will remain.
Okay. Well, I can't help him with the curse. So I will. Curious Mulek will ride the spirit guardian down here, go down 60 feet, and we'll just look. And this is all. I assume this is all dark down here.
Yeah.
So he's with his goggles. He can only see 60 feet, and
Can only see 60 feet.
the draconic spirit can see 60 feet, as well as blind sight for 30 feet. So I'm
okay. All right. So
my-
then
kind
here
of clearing
we
the
go.
room.
Yeah. So let's come on here, you. There we go.
And I would have done this. I would have done this quietly. I would have just kind of snuck around the corners in case, but just to take a peek.
Yeah.
Belle, on the other hand, is definitely not being quiet. She's screaming at Fellinger now. Why are you knocking down?
So that is what Mulek can see down that way.
Okay.
So there is a passageway that continues. It looks like it's mostly this is wide enough that dragons can squeeze through it, from what you can see.
And do I hear anything coming from this area now that there's no fighting going on? Kind of quiet.
What's your passive? Your passive is 17. Go ahead and make me a perception check. See if you can beat your passive. Again, this is all this dwarven stone or soundproofing and everything in here. Yeah, not really. You don't really hear anything down that way.
And just ride back out. Don't really hear much around the corner. It's kind of quiet.
Okay. All right. We will. Okay. All right. So we'll give Ken a few more minutes to get back. Actually, let me do this.
So what Mulek would have done next, though, is I would have inspected this mummy lord to see if it had anything of value, or if anything came off of it when it burnt up.
Okay.
But very careful not to get any rot that maybe.
All right. Yes. So, Mummy Lord. What does the Mummy Lord have on him? The Mummy Lord actually just doesn't appear to have a whole lot. He not carrying any weapons. He doesn't have any armor on. Make an investigation check looking at those wrappings, and then we'll see what listeners will do.
So I'm gonna, now that I'm investigating, I'm gonna reach in and gonna set my staff of frost down, and I'm gonna reach in and hold my stone speaker crystal, because that helps me with investigating things, so I get advantage. So I'm gonna grab it, and while I'm investigating, I'm just holding that.
17. Yeah. You have studied a lot about very mystical type of things, and you recognize these wrappings. They're not wrappings from they're rather distinctive wrappings. They're not from modern cultures, if you will. Modern meaning like in the last 500 to 1,000 years. These wrappings have the hallmarks of wrappings used by the Netherese Empire. So you think that this mummy lord was probably in life somebody fairly important in the ancient Netherese Empire, which disappeared, from the annals of history, in ancient times.
They were
very
old. Very
Yeah,
old
they were,
mummy.
and they were known to be an extremely potent magical people that had all kinds of magic. Like some of their cities were actually floating cities that flew in the air. And when their empire collapsed, a lot of them fell to the ground and are ruins in places. And that connects with something you guys heard about Iymrith, which is that in her youth, one of the hobbies she had was collecting relics from the Netherese Empire. So it's not inconceivable that this guy's sarcophagus might be around here somewhere, and that it may have some interesting stuff in it, but nothing on him himself.
Okay.
So, Falliger, like I mentioned, the battle is over, and some people have set light to this as the rounds go by. This fire spreads, and more of these things get turned kind of into purple wormling toast, if you will. I'm going to say that by the time Mulek has done all of that, we have most of these here burned, and then the fire will need to spread up that way. But is there anything in particular Falliger wants to do during this investigation phase?
How long does
Or
that
he's
take?
just... the fire will eventually spread and kill all of them unattended. So far, it's probably been about a minute since the last of the purple worms was killed.
How long since I got to the stairs?
Probably about a minute and 6 or 12 seconds. So just barely, because they were almost finished with the battle. The biggest thing was getting rid of that mummy lord and then wiping out the last few of those things.
Well, he's basically just telling them that that he doesn't think that maybe this going that way is going to be as useful as the cavern that he went in with the dragons.
Okay.
But
King
he just wants to see what
Hecaton,
everybody wants to say. So.
Yeah, King Hecaton will look to Falliger and look to Mulek and look to the rest, or maybe to Bell, and will say, I believe next door has been inflicted by a curse. Do any of you have the ability to remove a curse? And
Unfortunately, I don't.
And Nextor indeed walks over. He says, "Oh, I have felt better. I think I'm good to fight, but I feel kind of weak."
And we can't. I believe we can't even heal him.
Perhaps next door, maybe you ought to just. You fought well, but maybe you should sit this one out for a little bit and rest.
But we're gonna have to get that curse taken care of, or it's gonna continue to harm you, I believe.
Oh, wait, what kind of curse did he get touched by?
It was cursed with mummy rot. So every 24 hours, he's gonna continue to weaken, and he can't be healed until he's cursed.
Right. The curse is removed.
So what you're telling me is we have 23 hours and 50 minutes to heal him.
No. You have about 7 days to heal him unless he takes more damage.
All right. Well, Nextor, I can take care of you, but it'll tap me out pretty good, magically speaking. Can you wait until after the battle, maybe, or?
And he looks to King Hecaton and says, "My liege, I want to. And King Hekaton walks over and says, "Next door, Lord Next Door. I know you want to help, but I think Falashor is right, and I think Mulek is right. You should sit this one out. We could use a scout, or we could use a lookout. Go up to the surface and take cover in those stands and look around. See if you see anything coming and shout down to warn us. We understand that over the west stands there is a way you can come down into the area where the dragons were. One of them was telling me that at the end of the battle. We'll say that Felgalos told him that. And, so he says, yes, you can go there and then call out to us if there's any danger coming. And Next Door says, very well, my liege, if that is what you command. And King Hekaton looks around at the rest of you and he nods. He says, yes, I think that's best. And so then we're gonna copy this. We're gonna do that. We're going to then change this. And yeah, so pretty much all of these purple worms are now all fried. And it's like a whole big pit full of brandy fried calamari.
Yeah. Well, that's an image you don't forget very quickly.
Yeah. So that's about what's in there. All right. So obviously the purple worms didn't have any treasure or anything like that. We have a suggestion to go back up, go through the other way. Any objection to that? Or do we all just want to move over to the other part of the map?
Is anyone in need of a short rest, or is we good to go?
I think we're good to go.
All right.
Okay. All right. So then what I am going to do, I am going to grab all of these tokens. And I think I'm just going to move them. Except, of course, that moves the stupid fire, and I didn't want to move the fire, but I can bring the fire back. All right. So I will bring the dragons back here. We will bring them back to their normal size. Oh, no. 3 by 3. Wait, 2 by 2. 3 by 3 dragons. They are 2 and 3. It's a 2 by 2. That's a 3 by 3. And then Felgalos is a 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Okay. So, there we are. And Indiana and Thaldor, they're kind of over here hanging out by the dragon. Indiana goes over and starts pecking at the corpse of Kuldru and starts worrying at scales and stuff. All right. So, King Hekaton says, "Oh, what have you all noticed?" I'm gonna move Next Door over here to these stairs, because that's where he would be hanging out at the order of his king. He would be hanging out here. Alright, so he would hang out like here. Alright. So he'll be there. King Hecaton would say, what did you find down here?
Well, we fought this adult dragon who's actually a consort of Iymrith. And straight ahead of us.
Come to his aid? Oh, that evil, evil witch.
And straight ahead, we heard some evil chanting and some foreign evil language I don't know. So that was alarming. And then, yeah.
And the King Hecaton does not recognize the language. I think we checked with all the dragons; they do not recognize the language either.
If you guys want to wait 10 minutes, I might be able to do something about that.
And King Hecaton says, "No, we are this close. I want to finish this dragon now."
Can me and Felagos just like charge forward? The only reason why I ask is because I want to make use of my spirit guardians as much as possible. So I only probably have a couple of minutes left on it.
You guys can move forward.
Charge!
King Hecaton will sort of, he sees those spirit guardians. He knows what's what. He'll stay out of the way. So where would you like to move?
Just pretty much straight ahead over here. And if I was you, it'd be like, don't all stand in the damn line.
Okay, so Felgalos will move here, and when Felgalos gets about here, suddenly he starts to slow down. I believe he starts to slow down when he gets here. I need to double check something. Yes. He is an adult dragon with a passive perception of 22. And he says, Falazar, I don't think we should go that way, after all.
Oh, why's that?
Look up. Look up at the ceiling.
I look up.
Yeah, you look up at the ceiling, and because it's been pointed out to you, you notice something. And, whoops. You're not going to notice it that way. You will notice it this way. Okay, you notice something. You notice that the entire ceiling here is made of what looks to be very loose boulders and rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing everything else that's here, Felgalos has a sense that that's probably some sort of trap, and if you move through that area, that whole thing might collapse. And he's wary of going in there unless somebody can figure out that that's in fact not trapped. But as Falazar looks at it, he's like, "Oh gosh, yeah, it kind of looks trapped to me." And King Hecaton is like, He takes a boulder, or he picks up a rock, and he just hurls a rock this way. And indeed, when he hurls that rock, and it passes through this area, there's a shaking, and just tons of boulders fall down. And it kind of chokes off this area, but it doesn't, and it blocks it so that you guys can't get through, but they are rocks of a size that the giants are able to pick up. So all of the giants except for and then Felgalos will move back so that they are not in the range of the spirit guardians. All these giants will come over and they will start pulling away these rocks, and they will just begin tossing them over this way and this way, and sort of getting them out of the way.
It was a gift. They gave you ammo.
Well, and he says, perhaps yes. And they will begin working, and it takes them maybe about a minute to clear 5 feet worth of stones.
Okay.
So for every minute they work, they get a few more of these. While they are clearing that, what would the rest of you guys like to do?
How long would it have been from the moment we started fighting Kuldru? About 10 minutes by now?
By now, it's probably been... No, because it didn't take 10 minutes for that fight. It's probably about 8 minutes.
Okay.
It's gone. Yeah.
Mulek would have, if taken time, would have come over here, making sure not to go through the spirit guardians, and would inspect this dead dragon.
Okay.
See if it was carrying anything, or any interesting markings or anything.
Pack would have helped with the rocks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you help. You realize that even with your larger size, these rocks are heavy enough that they're moving like 2 or 3 for every one you move. So you're
still helping.
Yep. So I guess it speeds up things a little bit. All right. Yeah, the blue dragon does not appear to be carrying anything.
Okay.
And as the where are the dragons going to be? I will not move Felgalos, since there's that whole spirit guardian thing going on. But where will the rest of the dragons be as these guys are clearing and moving? Moving this stuff out.
So I moved Paldrith right up behind so that he wasn't in the way.
Okay. All right. As the giants push forward, the rest of the dragons move up, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the others.
Okay, I'll let Ivy decide what Zillus will do. Seldrith will kind of go over here and try to sort of stay out of the way as much as possible for that thing. Okay, so as the last of those boulders gets moved out of the way, you, Paldrith, and we'll say, let's see, Felgalos. Yeah, okay. We'll say Felgalos as well. Because these guys all have that draconic dark vision out to an insane range. As the as the last of the rocks kind of collapse to the point that you guys can see clearly, a potentially horrifying sight greets your eyes as you look up and as you see not one, not two, but 3 adult blue dragons there.
Oh, jeez.
And with your passive perceptions of 22, the dragons all notice that I'm going to go ahead and reveal, I think, yes. Reveal a larger area here. Come on, reveal a larger area. Yes. They notice that this one and this one are each holding at the sort of the middle part of their wing, where it's got kind of a vestigial claw at the middle part of a wing. In one of those claws, each one of these is holding a wand.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
This particular dragon is holding 2 wands.
Oh, jeez.
And they look at the giants, and they look at the rest of you, and they say, "No one desecrates our mother's lair." And this is going to get ready to be a fight. All right, so there are three rather angry dragons, and they are going to roll some initiative now. Let me see. Did I give these guys? Oh, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll give them 1 initiative roll. So we'll bring the turn order back up, and we will roll initiative for the child of Iymrith, or the children of Iymrith. They'll kind of all go at the same time. And then, yeah, those guys, they are not in the battle. Okay.
Jeez, 18.
What? Damn, you got a 27? That's useful.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
don't know what to do.
okay.
I don't guess we recognize what kind of wands they're holding, do we?
You could probably make a perception check to see if you could tell that. Of course, as soon as they start using them, you might.
Yeah.
You might be able to tell what they are.
Oh god, please roll good.
So, Seldrith will
It's not bad.
roll for initiative.
Worse.
Okay, so Seldrith is an 11.18, and then Felglos is a yep, we have that set. Felglos will roll that. All right, so I have the children of Iymrith, I have Mulek, Paledrith, Tak, Falager, Seldrith, Felglos, Bell. I guess Bell, we need you, and we need Zealous when you get a chance to roll initiative. Ivy, are you with us? We can't hear you if you're trying to talk. You've got yourself muted, maybe.
Me. Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we need Bell and we need Zealous on the initiative when you get a chance.
Find them. There you go.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So, just a little question out of character. Is this about what you expected assaulting an ancient dragon's lair would be like?
It's harder.
Okay. Well, all right.
I don't know. Maybe on par, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to say. I think the way they wrote it, they make it way too easy, especially considering that it suggests in the adventure that the party might have allies with the giants already. And I thought, yeah, these guys, they're gonna have allies with dragons too. So yeah, we gotta make this a challenge. All right. So Mulek, you see that there are 3 adult dragons with yeah.
Okay. This is getting real. We're gonna fly first. Mulek's gonna ride the dragon. Let's see. It's gonna be flying up. Well, let's see. He's gonna fly over. And then while we're here, he's gonna have his what is my Staff of Frost? Grasping the Staff of Frost, he's going to use it to cast Ice Storm right here.
Oh.
It's a
Ice Storm.
A 20-foot radius, so it'll hit all. It'll hit, basically hit all 3 of these and create difficult terrain in a 20-foot radius from.
Okay. So I'm going to create a circle, make that circle white. I'm going to fill it in with white, and then I'm going to do this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So about like that, and then I will move it sort of, you kind of want it there, right?
Yeah. So it hits. So at least hits all 3 of them there, because they're bunched up nice and pretty for me. And
hold on. Something happened. I think I know what happened. I'm going to click here. I'm going to say, yep, that's what happened. All right. No.
So here we go. Ice Storm. Yes.
Okay, so they have to make DC 17 saves, and I made a mistake. All 3 of the dragons each have 1 wand. the one does not have 2 wands.
Okay.
I remembered how I set that up incorrectly. So Dex save the.
Well, it says 16, but I think it should be 17.
It says
why.
on mine. It says on mine DC 17.
I threw up the description, and the description shows 16.
Okay, yeah. But the actual effect shows 17. So, Dex save. That's a failure. Oh, one of them succeeded. One of them failed. So, now let's see. They are immune to lightning, but there's none of that is lightning. Total of 26.
Yep. So 2 get 26, and I guess 1 gets 13.
Yep. This one. And I'm just going to do it left to right since they are all have the same. All right. That is Mulek.
Well, so while I'm writing, that's when I cast it, but I'm continuing to move over to here. And then Mulek's going to use his movement to dismount.
Okay.
The Shield Guardian's going to use its full movement to come up, get next to Mulek. And then the owl, Casper. Let's see. I guess Casper will also just come up and just hide behind the wall here.
Okay.
And that will be Mulek's turn.
Okay. I should move this up here so that all of our viewers can see everything that's going on. All right. That is Mulek. And his array of critters. Falasher, you are up.
Yes. Okay. Would I be able to? Well, I guess a big ass ice storm just hit, so I can't really see one dragon anymore very well, huh?
How long does that storm last? It just basically falls and then it makes the ground difficult terrain, right?
Oh, okay. So it doesn't obscure any vision.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, just while the effect is, but after Mulek's turn, just a big bunch of ice.
What are these wands they're holding? Are they different wands? Are they?
From the range that you're at, make a. This is for Falasher. Make a perception check with disadvantage because of that range.
Oh, I got this in spades. Bard luck. Damn it.
Yeah, 10. They look like wands.
You know what? I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay. Oh, for 28. Okay.
For a crit, actually, if I can.
Yeah. Use your inspiration for a crit. All right. So one of these, and you can tell that the one the way you're looking at the picture, the one on the left has a wand of fireballs. The one that is all right. So the one that's on the left has a wand of fireballs. The one that is in the middle has a wand of paralysis. And then the one that is on the right has a wand of winter.
What? A wand of winter? Damn.
Yeah. So, fire, paralysis, and cold.
Alger just shouts out. He says, one of them's got a wand of fireballs. a wand of paralysis, and a wand of winter.
Yes.
And at that, he pops the cork on a very valuable potion.
Ah.
And he drinks it.
Okay. And remember, everybody has one of these. Have a potion of giant size. You become huge for 24 hours if you're medium or smaller. Otherwise, the potion does nothing. Alright, yeah. You dismount from the dragon because being huge would... Yeah, okay. Alright. So... what is huge? Is huge 3x3 or 4x4? I think it's 3x3, right?
3x3, yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, because medium is 1x1, large is 2x2, huge is 3x3, gargantuan is 4x4.
And adult dragons are gargantuan?
No. These guys are 3x3, they're huge.
Oh, well, these guys are 4x4.
Oh, those guys are.
Oh,
they're...
okay.
Yeah, those guys are.
Okay, got it. Okay. So my strength goes up to 25.
Yeah.
And that doesn't... I don't even remember what that does. My strength just does saving throws and
strength
for
saves,
damage.
Yeah. And your hit point maximum is doubled.
Okay,
so your current hit points are doubled.
I'll go to 180.
Yeah, 180 out of 186, essentially. So, although you can just make it 180 and that'll be fine. So, players, you guys all remember that you have one of these. And if
I'm at large size right now, so it won't affect me. I have to wait for my giant size.
Could you voluntarily end your giant size so that you can make use of that?
You know what? I have never looked into if I can.
Okay, between now and your turn, do that, and then then you can know whether or not that's something you can do. Meanwhile, let us see. At the end of Falazur's turn, the dragons are going to do something that blue dragons enjoy doing, which is they are going to use their lightning breath. Then they are going to target... Hey, look, there's 3 giants right there. So each one of them is going to target one of the giants and do lightning breath. So DC 19.
If I get to move, because I would have moved around this corner, or up against this corner, that would have been
okay.
Into my turn. Okay. Great.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So that. Wait a second.
Just make sure you don't hit anybody with your spirit guardians.
Okay. All right. So I guess they can't. They can't do that as a legendary. Oh, but they can do this as a legendary action. Andeth will point right in front of the. Actually, point right at the giants there, and he will do this. Wand of fireballs. So he's got. Let's do this. We're gonna use the. We're gonna use the yellow, and we're going to say a 6 because his wand now has, I think, 6 charges. 1 charge. Yep. So. these 3 guys have to make dex saves. So Helen Hill.
Death saves.
Or dex saves.
Oh, okay. I thought you said death saves. I was like, what?
Fireballs of death.
This fight just got real.
Okay, so dex save for the frost giant is that's bad. Dex save for we're not even going to worry about the fire giant because the fire giant doesn't need to make dex save. For King Hecaton, ooh, that's bad. All right, so then slash R 8d6 fire damage. Okay, so they each take 22, 22, and I'm just going to say that they put it kind of out in front of these guys, so it affects all of them. And tack, that means that you're kind of shielded from that. But seeing that might not be a great idea to be right behind these giants. And then what is the range on the Wand of Paralysis? Within 60 feet. So is... Oh yeah, King Hecaton's within 60 feet. So they will target King Hecaton with the... Alright, so that's one thing, and it's a DC 15 con save for King Hecaton, or he might be paralyzed. Oh, he shakes it off. And that means... we're gonna say the paralysis is a... we'll just say the paralysis is a purple effect in 6. And then the wand of... The other one does a wand of...
Winter.
Yes?
Hmm?
Go ahead, you were going to say something.
Oh, no, it says the other one's a Wand of Winter.
Yeah, the Wand of Winter. So that is here, Wand of Winter. And now, so it just uses the one charge to cast one of the following spells. Ray of Frost, or one charge to cast a 5th level Sleet Storm. Wait, I think I missed something in there. Ray of Frost at 5th level. Yes, okay. So we'll target Ray of Frost against Tathos at 5th level. So we'll do that. And so it going to attempt to
Wow.
7 against DC 15 for...
No, you got to Ray of Frost is an attack. You got to roll an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ranged attack for the stupid
+5
dragon
to hit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, D20 +5. 1D20 +5. 13. That's going to. Yeah, that's going to miss. That's going to miss any of those giants.
How unfortunate.
Sweet.
All right, but that means that the blue also is down to 6 charges. Oh. So now the dragons actually go. And then they will use their dragon breath.
Oh, they get to use a wand and go?
No. They get to use wand as legendary actions. But it takes 2 actions. It takes 2 actions to use a wand. So they will each breathe and have a dex save in King Hekaton's future 20. He makes it. DC is 19 for these dragons. Helgi, the frost giant, fails. And Tartha, the fire giant, fails. Alright, so adult blue dragon's breath weapon is 12d10 / R 12d10.
So 3 lightning bolts basically just go off. That's pretty much
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, so he
62.
yeah. And with that, because of that failed save, the frost giant falls.
Oh my gosh.
Man,
Like dead falls? Oh, Jesus.
that's cold.
Literally.
No, that's not
And-
cold. It's shocking.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's shocking.
Cold-blooded.
All right.
So straight
Do
lines, does that any of us get hit?
100. I guess it's 120 feet, right? So
Question.
90 foot?
90 feet. Ooh.
Well, that one missed, right? That one oh yeah, I guess. Never mind.
But-
This
With that big line of giants in the way, did it strike them and not anybody else? Or?
It's magical lightning, so the lightning goes. Yeah, I'm gonna say it just goes right past Paledrith and doesn't hit Paledrith.
Thank God.
It will miss. This one will miss Tack,
Barely.
and this one here. Oof.
Mrs. Tack too, barely.
well, you could argue anyway, but if you go right down the middle, it misses. So
Yeah. Tack, 2 lightning bolts flash by you, and if Tack
on
has
both
any
sides.
hair,
Jeez.
yeah. If Tack
flattens
has
his butt on the ground.
if Tack has any hair, he now looks like Don King.
Luckily, he's
Hairs.
bald.
Okay. Well, the hair on his arm is feels like it's trying to be pulled out of its pores.
You see him doing something like Moa from the Three Stooges. Nya, nya, nya.
Yes.
oh wait, hold on.
What?
I was daydreaming and all this, but I don't think I can do. Is he within 30 feet?
Ooh.
He's 35. Yeah, he's just out of reach. And yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's too late.
You have to have something. You have to have something that's a reaction for you to do anything
do.
on a turn that's not yours. Okay. What were you thinking?
I can cast Runic Shield.
Which
Yeah.
is the creature is hit by an attack. Oh, that's an attack roll. Breath weapon is a saving throw, not an attack
Yeah.
roll.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Never mind.
All right.
I was 5 feet away.
But Tack, it is your turn now.
Okay. So I found out that the giant might only lasts for 1 minute. So it went away
it was.
as we were messing around with the purple wormling thingies.
Yeah.
So he will he will grab his potion of giant
Potion of
giant size.
Yep. And think strategically. You're about to be 3x3. So where do you want to be? Look at the blue aura nearby. Think about where your token will be 3x3. That is the spirit. That's the spirit guardians. Anything that goes into that area will take damage. You do not want to be in that area.
Then can I step over
Yep,
here?
you sure can.
Okay.
Okay, so yep. And you quaff your potion.
And that puts me up to a strength of what again?
Strength is 25, and it doubles your hit points.
Alright.
So you're at 98, you'll be at 196. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you 196.
Okay.
Come on, 196. Go, you stupid thing. Alright.
Okay, so
that's your action. Do you want to move?
You just took the spot of the dead giant.
Right. The question is how far can I move in around now? What's my speed?
Oh, okay. We're gonna go back up to the thing.
Well, if your reach is extended by 5 feet, don't you think your walking speed should be double extended?
It doesn't say anything about
It doesn't
movement.
say anything about your movement speed.
Okay.
Yeah. Current hit points. Yeah. So. Yeah, your movement speed is still your movement speed. The question is now, you know that, or Tack would know that dragons can't always breathe every round, but there's 3 of them. So one of them will probably recharge and be able to do lightning the next round. He might take that into consideration, he might not. Now you also do
stuck because he's in my way.
Yeah, you guys also will see. Tack, you will see that this frost giant is on the ground and he's breathing but very shallowly.
Okay.
Without any attention, he is certainly going to die.
All right. So I will reach down, grab a foot.
Okay.
And am I able to pass through?
You can pass through allies. Yes, you can pass through ally squares.
Okay. So let's see here.
Move your token where you want to be. I'll move the giant to follow.
All right. So I will grab the giant. I will move back here and drag him with me.
Yeah, we'll just put him kind of there.
Okay. That is all I can do this round.
Okay. Zillis, we're going to try to get through this round, then we're going to call it for this week. Ivy, what would you like to have Zillis do?
Did we lose her?
No, I saw her. She was trying to decide what to do.
So Zillis would like to move 60 feet up here. And
Okay. For your benefit, I'll move you there so you're out of the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, he can't be affected by it anyway.
Oh, that's right. You were there. So
if you want to get out of people's way, you could.
Yeah, if that angle is better for what you want to do, by all means.
It only reaches 60 feet, so I can't reach anyone else. But would like to use a breath weapon, and
it.
it'll be her acid breath.
And is that a line?
Yes, it's a 60
Okay.
foot long, 5 feet wide. 18
Ooh.
dexterity saving throw. If not, take 12d8 acid.
Please
Ooh,
fail. Please
DC
fail.
18 dex save. Oh,
Wow.
fails horribly.
Not bad,
40.
not bad.
44 points of acid damage. And let's just see. Okay. Yep. That looks like it takes all of it. So, and cries out in pain.
But Zills does not want to make more targets for lightning bolt, so with the remainder of the movement, 60, 70, 80, 20 feet, it does not really help that much, but to move back 20 feet.
Okay. And Belle. What would Belle like to do?
Bella is way in the back. She'll move 60 feet. So one is her action, one is a bonus action, but she has a feature. I shall ping it once I find it.
It's a backseat racer.
Yes, feline agility, that she can move double her movement speed. So then she shall move another 30 feet.
Okay.
Over here. And she'll kind of like turn to the big huge tack and say, "Throw him over here, you big old lug."
What did she say?
"Throw him over here, you big old lug."
Oh, gotcha.
But that being said, she cannot do anything else on the remainder of her turn.
Okay.
Besides, wait, yes. Because Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's 30 feet. 60. Ooh, double what I thought. Ooh. You know what, screw Falliger, he wants no one to be around him. She'll turn to Mulek and say, "You got all the friends. Go get them with your little tiny army. Trying to be emotional support."
Okay. All right. So, Mulek, you have Bardic Inspiration. Anything else for Belle?
No, that is it. But reminder, it is a D10 now, I believe.
Bardic Inspiration is?
A
Yes.
D10. Yeah, okay. All right. I was thinking 8D10. What? What is 8D10?
Well, I sure hope.
All right. Felglos. All right. The bard dismounted and grew very large. And Felglos is a oh wow. Fudge. Ooh, Felglos says for the glory of Castle Lenarm, and will fly ahead. Yes, they'll fly ahead right there.
Damn it! I should have waited.
And nope, not there. There, I think. Yes, there, I believe, is the thing, and it's that.
Hit him with the business.
Yes. Oh, that'll work. Is that a cone? I think that one is a cone. Felgalos knows that, yes, it's a 30-foot cone. He knows that lightning breath won't do any good, so he uses his repulsion breath weapon. And I'm going to paste that in because there's not a way to trigger it from the character sheet. Each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 19 strength save, or on a failed save, it's pushed 60 feet away from the dragon.
What? That's awesome.
So basically, he uses that to push the dragons back, or he tries to. We'll see if any of these guys save. So, DC 19. Oh, that's a make. Whoops, I'm sorry. DC 19, that's a failure. DC 19 strength. 2 makes 1 failure. So, Andeth is not pushed. The middle one is, in fact, pushed back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And for your benefit, we will show that it's pushed all the way back here. Okay. And so
Falls down the hole and takes bludgeoning damage. Thank you.
yeah, actually, it just kind of skirts along the edge. It doesn't. You know what? It won't fall, but you know what? You mentioned that. I'm going to give it a dex save. Oh, it fails its dex save, so it doesn't fall in the hole, but very embarrassedly, it falls prone. And
Which makes it harder to hit.
And it doesn't look happy. So that's Felgalos. At the end of Felgalos's turn, however, Andeth has a. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Did not. Actually, I should probably give these guys some points back, but I'm not going to. Yes, I am. I'm going to give this guy 13. And I'm going to give this guy 13. Whoops. 155 plus 13. Oh, plus 13. 168. There we go. Because, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say this guy has now used this guy has now used 1. This guy has used 2, and this guy has used 1. The legendary resistances. So, Andeth will try to make a wing attack. 10 feet. Is this dragon within 10 feet? Yep, dragon's within 10 feet. DC 20 dex save. DC 20 dex save. Felgalos fails. So he takes 2d6 plus 7. D6 plus 7. 15 points of damage, and he is instead knocked prone. Or wait. He has that too, doesn't he?
Probably.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't get legendary resistance. Oh, yes, he does. Legendary resistance. All right. So,
okay.
Plus 15. Running multiple dragons is hard in a fight. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't take any damage. He doesn't fall prone.
Do you need to put a mark on him?
Yes, I do. I need to say that he now has 2 legendaries left. All right, Paeldreth.
Yep, Peldris is going to just fly right up to here. And is going to start biting and clawing this one right here.
Okay.
So it's actually before doing that, it's lightning damage or repulsive. Actually, the frightful presence first. So boom.
Okay, so targeting all 3, and they will do wisdom saves. And we will see if they need to burn. Oh, failure. Make. Failure. So, this one is down to 1. This one made it save, and this one is down to 1. Okay. This dragon made it.
He now only has 1. Doesn't he still have 2? Or did you already subtract?
No. He had to use 1 against this effect to take only half damage. The other 2, yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. All right.
So I will bite and claw this one. So 28 for 20.
That's a hit for 20.
And then claw. Oh man, that crit would have been.
Okay, 3 hits. So 15 and 17. Minus 15. Minus 17. And yeah. So that is that. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. King Hecaton will say, "Oh, I will take your head, dragon, and I will shove it down your mother's throat until she chokes on it." He runs up to this guy, and he... Yeah. I swear to God, storm giants, as powerful as they are, they have nothing that's worthwhile for combat in terms of spells. He will make his broken chain attacks. So hits armor class 33 for 20. And hits armor class 23 for 17. So that's 37 more damage to this dragon, who is just getting the snot beat out of it. Alright.
But he can't end his turn there because it's under Felagos, or his Felagos flying.
Yeah, Felagos. Let's put him up in the air. Felagos is up in the air. Alright. So he'll be there.
Yeah, he would have been up in the air to get up that, he would have been flying to get that far anyway, so.
Alright, so these 2 guys are up in the air. Now, Seldreth. Seldreth gets to move. Now, why is... Oh, okay. I actually did that out of order. That's why. Alright.
He's not flying, right?
Yeah, Seldreth has 80 feet for flying. So, yes, blue dot for flying. So we'll go 80 feet. How far can Seldreth go? Oh, can get all the way up there. So we'll fly up here. And then what is Seldra's breath weapon?
Moonbeam or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, beam of moonlight 90 foot or dream breath. Falls unconscious for 10 minutes.
Damn.
You know what? Yep, it's time. Let's do the dream breath. Try to knock these dragons out.
90-foot cone.
Yeah,
That's
but they've got
massive.
their resistances. One more each.
Yeah, you know, but if they fail, it'll
Yep,
burn those.
that's it.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, DC 18 con save. Oh, that's a nat save.
Oh.
Another nat save. And a failure. So, hey, this guy over here is currently boop, 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 out of legendary resistances. So, but yeah, unfortunately that didn't help. And the giants. All right, so King Hecaton went. The giants get Tartha gets to move. Wow. Fire giants are slow. They only get 30 feet movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll carry one of those boulders and just hurl a boulder at
One on the left.
Knock its block off.
Yeah, we'll throw a rock. AC 14 and misses.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It was out of breath of moving so far. Oof.
Yeah,
Struggle.
exactly.
Yeah, and that was a 30 damage too. That would have been nice.
And then the cloud giant. I think the cloud giant gets to move farther than that. Count Thulin. Yeah, 40 feet. So he just will take a full move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he moves. He moves up there. That's all he can basically do. Let's move up that way. And we will make some. We will make a death save for the frost giant. It's Constitution save, right? 10 or higher. Ooh, that is one success
Oh, we didn't see it.
and 0 failures. Okay, all right. So Helen Hild is apparently
Whisper to him only.
Never whisper rolls. Okay.
That's why he's dead. He wasn't a team player.
Yeah.
All right, and that is the end of the turn. Okay. Whew. All right.
Nice job.
All right, players. So we're getting close to the end of this particular battle. You have to figure that the children of Iymrith are among the last waves of defenders, but as we notice, there's still no sign of Iymrith herself. So where could she possibly be lurking? We will probably find out in our next session when Mulek will be up. All right, everybody. I think we had. I think Streamlabs went belly up and restarted on us. So I think we lost some of our viewers on Twitch, and it crapped out on YouTube entirely. But the recording is still intact, so everybody is. I'll put up the recording on YouTube as the archive. Here on this channel, we will have some content coming up. Now, tomorrow, I don't know whether we're going to have a Lore Friday premiere tomorrow or not. Things have been so busy at work this week, I really haven't had a lot of time to do any editing, and there's been a lot of extracurricular stuff. Sunday, I had a game I went to in person, and last night there was a preseason game for the women, and I went to that. So I have been busy with that stuff all day, or all week. Then Saturday night, we should be back here for our Saturday night game, and Sunday, I believe we have heard that Chris is probably going to be available for most, if not all, of the session. So right now we are planning to run the game on Sunday. I'll update the slate if anything is changing with that. Paul and Michael are not here, but please go check out Michael's variety stream over on Doors of Fear, twitch.tv/Doors of Fear, and you can find Paul on a couple of different things. He usually plays on Wednesday night with our friends over at The Action Sturge. And it's twitch.tv/The Action Sturge. So go check those games out. Then Monster Monday, we're continuing our look at the creatures from Strixhaven, and I believe we are looking at the bog. It's not called the bog sludge, but it's kind of a dinosaur-like monster that's a plant monster that comes out of Strixhaven. So that's kind of interesting. We'll be looking at that one on Monday night. And then next Thursday, we should be back for our next session of Sword Coast Chronicles. And hopefully we won't have any delays and everybody will be available next week. Well, players, anything you guys want to announce before we go off and look for a raid for the viewers?
I don't have anything.
Okay, so viewers will go ahead and take a look at who else might be playing some D&D, and we will go. Oh goodness! So there's alright. So oops. Looks like Oops is playing, so let's go ahead and raid Oops. All right, everyone, take care. We will talk to you next week. Go check out all of our archives over on YouTube, and we'll see you on the streams. Good night, everybody.
See ya.